Bull-NA-ChinaShop TV. Not just a YouTube channel, your main source for bull breed entertainment. I offer video services such as stud features, kennel features, and full event coverage. I also offer photography services such as puppy shoots, individual dog shoots, and full kennel shoots. You can see examples of each on any and all Bull-NA-ChinaShop social media pages. You can also see an in-depth look into my life and the American Bully lifestyle with my vlog found on the YouTube channel as well. Bull-NA-ChinaShop TV is also the home of the Bull-NA-ChinaShop podcast, a real, raw, uncut podcast dedicated to the bull breeds and the American Bully lifestyle. You can find all episodes of the Bull-NA-ChinaShop podcast, stud features, kennel features, event features, and all of the vlogs on youtube.com/Bull-NA-ChinaShop TV. Check it out and hit subscribe today.
I'm taking applications right now. I need more hands. What the fuck is going on? You amazing motherfuckers. And we are in a China shop back again. You want to advertise for somewhere? www.advertisement.bull-na-chinashop.com. What the fuck is the link? Stop taking fucking pictures of the puppy. We're going to be hosted by yours truly, High Lonely Time.
Yo, you motherfuckers. Okay, so check this out. Episode 56 of the Bull-NA-ChinaShop podcast. The audio is going to sound a little different. It's going to sound a little open in here. We're doing a little Roundtable podcast for the first time. We're in the belly of the motherfucking beast right now. We're at Bent River Bully Co. In the dog area, you're going to hear some clinging and clanging. You're going to hear some dogs screaming and barking and whining. This is a dog show. This is a dog podcast. If you don't like dog noises, don't listen, okay? Joining me this week for the first time ever, Jim from Toy Soldier. We have a returning guest, Khanh from Fucking Bullies. We've got Jamie Sweet. We have Sam Leam, and we also have Tyler Wilson. Bit of a roundtable discussion tonight. We're here for Taco Tuesday at Bent River. Kind of a tradition now up here. A bunch of bully guys get together and talk dogs and bullshit until it gets dark, and then we all disperse to our designated corners. We don't really even have a topic to talk about. We've been talking dogs all night. We figured we'd turn the podcast on, turn the microphone on. I'm going to try to get Jim to talk a little bit about his first year in judging so far, as he's taking pictures of me sweating my face off doing this podcast. I think Tyler turned the heat up in his garage for some reason. I'm not sure. But I just want to say thanks guys for being on the podcast. Sam's never been on the podcast either. Sam owns Grand Champion Rocco, Little Rocco, with the C's, not the K, right? They're both, see, you can't say chocolate Rocco because they're both fucking chocolate. So how do you got the K Rocco and then you got the C's Rocco.
It's the white or the chocolate or the big or the small, that's all.
Now he's in Europe still?
Yeah,
Italy with Viviana and Roberto. How's he doing over there?
Good. Took the first two shows. He got best in show.
So you're just sending the dog international, he's winning best in shows. Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
That sounds fucking terrible, Sam. Is that your first dog?
Yeah, he is my first dog.
Rocco's your first dog.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're just starting off with a dog that's winning international best in shows.
Thanks to this guy right here.
That's fine. No, it's cool. That's fine. So and Khanh produced him, right? That's out of Taz and who?
Voltia.
Voltia.
Yeah.
How do you say it?
Voltia.
I don't speak Asian. I don't know what they're.
She's Spanish. Her name is Voltia.
Voltia.
Yeah.
What was the process getting him to Europe? I mean, most people I feel like the biggest obstacle for me to do something like that would be, first of all, finding a handler, finding somebody you could trust over there, and then actually getting the dog over there? Like, how did that whole process go down?
Well, I met Viviana and Roberto when I took Big Rocco over to Italy for Euro Nationals. And we got
Oh, right, the other Rocco won
Yeah, Big
an
Rocco.
international best in show also.
Yeah.
You motherfuckers. Listen, how you just got, but we'll get into that later. Did you produce Rocco also? Both Roccos?
The little Roccos I produced, the other ones, me and Gabriel. It's a co-production.
I mean, it's just a tough life, isn't it? Starting out with international superstars. Like, well, your first boy was Taz, right?
Taz, yeah.
And Taz is off of
Miyagi to Lola.
Miyagi to Lola. Now, Miyagi dogs, I bet that was like a little bit of a controversial point when you first brought him out.
Oh, it was big. He was the first Miyagi son to get accepted by the ABKC. So it was a little process. A lot of people didn't like that the blood was getting accepted by the ABKC, but we pushed hard for it. And there's a bunch of Miyagi dogs now that's winning best in shows, and actually Miyagi dogs were winning best in shows with temp tickets before they were even accepted. So that's one of the reasons why they kind of gave it a look.
Well, I mean, I don't want to take too much credit, right? But I might be the reason why they allow that shit in the ABKC. Dave Wilson and I had a long conversation one night. I don't know what trip we were on. We had a long conversation about it, and what I told Dave was, you have to go by the look. If it looks like a fucking American bully, it should be registered as an American bully. You understand what I'm saying? All this shit comes from the same place. Just like 20 years ago when they had overdone Amstaffs and show quality UKC dogs, some of the dogs that were coming out of those litters were not American bullies and still being shown as UKC American Pit Bull Terriers or AKC Amstaffs. So what's the difference now? It's evolving now to a point where there's something different. We all acknowledge there's something different, the exotics. But there's still dogs being born out of those litters every day that are fucking American bullies. So why are we, I guess I can see the reasoning why, like the bullseye stuff and all that, because it's, known mixes. I can understand that. But 3 generations away from that shit, if it still looks like an American bully, we're doing a disservice to the whole fucking breed by not allowing that in the gene pool, especially if it's a quality animal. See, I told you guys it's gonna be dog noise this whole time. But I feel like those dogs stepping in now, Taz, Major, Anthony Gray's boy Major, dogs like that. Miles Davis, that's a great example. Dogs like that are clearly 100%, you look at them, that's a fucking American bully. So what's the problem? Why is there a problem?
Blood prejudice, that's really odd. That's just people don't want to accept something that they feel personally that, isn't American, but that's their issue, not a breed issue, I feel.
But are those people the people standing on the sidelines losing that are complaining? Or is that the people that are winning? Is that the people that are selling studs, internationally? Is that the people who are taking their dog internationally and doing well? It's not those people. It's the people who aren't doing shit. It's the people who've been here 10 years and still can't do shit. There's a whole bunch of ins and outs to it, but the thing is, if it looks like an American bully, it should be shown as an American bully. Bottom line, I don't give a fuck what's behind it. If you tell me this is a Cane Corso mixed with a Basset Hound, and it looks like a fucking American bully, I'm gonna say that's fantastic. Good job. How the fuck did you do that? You know what I mean? But that dog, type determines the breed, not the other way around. That piece of paper doesn't determine what breed it is. We all know dogs that are registered right now that are exotics, registered as UKC American Pit Bull Terriers. We know there's a gang of dogs right now. So that piece of paper does not determine what breed that dog is. Is that dog an American Pit Bull Terrier? Was Bullseye an American Pit Bull Terrier? No. That dog was registered UKC as an American Pit Bull Terrier. So that piece of paper didn't mean a fucking thing. So we have to go by the type. We have to go by the dog itself. Especially at this point in the game. We're 14 years into a breed. If we're going by just what paperwork says, we're going to be cutting out I feel like we're going to be cutting out a lot of the gene pool. And a lot of it probably should be cut out. A lot of it probably should be taken out. But if it fits the type, it should be it should be registered and shown as American Bull, in my opinion. Anyway, I don't know if that was me that did that for you, but you're welcome.
Well, thank you, Todd.
No, but okay, so how did the whole process, getting Rocco over there, how did that, like you met Viviana at Euro Nationals.
Right.
What, like you guys just started talking like, hey,
Yeah, so we before the show we went out there for I was out there for almost a week. So we spent a lot of time. We hung out, we went, had dinner, and they took us around Italy, and they were just really cool people. We clicked really well, and for me, I don't trust just anybody. And
right, that would be the biggest part for me is
Right.
like trusting somebody with my dog for
Yeah.
months at a time.
And especially my very first dog too. Really attached.
Right.
But getting to know them and you kind of get the feeling of who you can trust. And it's not always 100%, but with them, I felt it.
Yeah.
The connection. So.
Right.
And my wife was there too. And my wife, she's a very good judge of character too. And she hung out with them and she loved them. And we figured, these two people are people we can trust.
But you didn't have little Rocco with you when you were over there.
No.
You had big Rocco.
Big Rocco.
So then you had to bring Rocco back,
Yeah.
and then you took little Rocco?
No. We brought little Rocco back. They fly back and forth all the time.
Right, I think Roberto ships dogs. I feel like that's
Right.
something I've seen him do quite a bit is,
Right.
is ship dogs back and forth.
Right. So one day, Vivian and Roberto, they asked us or asked me if, what do I think about bringing Rocco over there and showing him over there? And that kind of caught me off surprise.
You were like, fuck no, man. What
Yeah.
is wrong with you?
So it took me a little bit of time, but I got over it. And I felt like I could trust them to do it, to take care of them. So we did, and it all worked out very well.
Yeah, it seems to be working out great so far. How do you think it's helped his name, like his status?
I'm not even worried about that, so I don't know.
Okay, Mr. Humble. I'm gonna go ahead. All right, we're done with you, Sam. How do you think, honestly though, how do you think that being international and getting that international spotlight it has to have helped some, it has to have.
Yeah, if it doesn't help us as individual kennels, it helped the breed as a whole. You bring dogs from all over the place, and you bring it to a different circuit, and you still winning over there, and showing people a different look or like a different dog from a different country, so they want to see and they get to see. So bringing the dogs overseas help people see what we're doing, how the breeds, because some countries they're not as far advanced as we are in the United States.
Right.
So bringing a dog over there help them see what needs to be done, what needs to be bred, they need to breed for, and especially winning best in shows and stuff shows them that is a
Probably a little
dog.
bit of a wake-up call for some of those guys over there also.
Some, a lot of countries is not on the same scale as us right now. They're catching up. But,
I'll tell you why. We've got 16 different people putting out 16 different messages, and we've got 16 different groups of people listening to each one of these different people. That's what Jamie and I just Saturday talked about, a confirmation assessment tool to go along with the standard. I feel like that's something the American Bully could use big time, because we have so many people who do not understand that the mass and substance that I can comfortably say everybody in this room is breeding for. The mass and substance that we are breeding for is part of the breed. It's a requirement for the breed. It's not something, you get to pick and choose. No, those proportions and that kind of look, that kind of mass and that build, that's a requirement for the fucking breed.
The type.
Right, in order for it to fit the fucking type, it has to have certain things. That's with every breed. With every single breed. A bloodhound has to have big, long, loose, floppy ears, or it's not a fucking bloodhound. That's, we talk about the shit till we're blue in the face, but we just have to we've got people putting out books. They have no right putting out books. We have people putting out American Bully pamphlets They have no reason to put out a fucking pamphlet. We just have too many people who aren't qualified to put out information, putting out information.
Amen.
Too many chiefs, not enough Indians.
Too many chiefs, not enough Indians.
I think.
I don't get into the racial talk. I don't get into the racial talk with you. But no, I mean, I agree 100%. We just have too many. We need to have, and we do. We have, you know, a set standard that people can go by. But we got one person saying, you know, everybody's reading the same standard. But we've got one person saying the standard means this.
Is everybody reading the same standard though? You feel like everybody is basically with the same standard?
For the American Bully, other than the UKC, for the most part, yeah. The BRC
good.
American Bully Standard, the BBCR American
Okay,
Bully
that's
Standard,
good. I'm glad that's-
even the USBR American Bully Standard, it's pretty close. It's all pretty close. It's all fairly close. UKC, they've got a couple of lines in there that imply that the American Bully should heavily resemble an American Pit Bull Terrier. Is not the case. That's not true. That is false. It should resemble some, should have some traits of American Pit Bull Terrier, but what? Like, if you think about it right now. Our American Bullies, a real deal American Bully, let's use Grinch as an example. Cell phone. Let's use Grinch as an example. If you look at Grinch, what American Pit Bull Terrier traits does Grinch carry?
It's the way their tail goes.
I mean,
Yeah.
nothing.
The ears that make
Nothing.
the tail.
You know what I mean? American Pit Bull
That's it.
Terriers do not have wide, blocky heads. To some people, that's a wide, blocky head. To people
There you
that people that look at collies every day, an American Pit Bull Terrier has a wide, blocky head. That wide, blocky is not the same thing we're talking about when we talk about a wide, blocky, cheeky, square head. That's not the same thing. So that actually brings up a interesting question. How do we get people to understand that because this standard says wide and blocky and this standard says wide and blocky, they mean two different things? Because 90% of the words you read in a canine standard are going to be the same fucking thing. Dogs all have 4 legs. We get it. Their shoulders are all placed in the same spot. We get it. You know, canine locomotion generally works like this. We get it. But like we were talking about with the dachshunds. Dachshunds are built, if you look at a dachshund compared to general canine anatomy, it's a fucking train wreck. But if you look at a dachshund compared to its standard, that's how it's supposed to be built. Long, short legs, curved front bone, like, you know. So how do we get people to understand that wide and blocky for an Amstaff is not the same wide and blocky for an American Bully?
Isn't that the point of the show, Rick?
Right. And,
Evaluate future breeding stock, correct?
right.
Well, now we got the Save a Bully and we got all these goddamn we got everything you could possibly want. If you got a mutt with 3 legs that don't have testicles, we got a class for it. Bring it in.
That was a bad idea, okay? That's some 4-H stuff for Sunday afternoon.
That's a fact.
That's when that
That's a
needs to
fact.
be.
But I think that's a good point. The decisions in the show ring should show people
Well, sure. Because
what
what
the
happens
difference
when
is.
a novice comes to a show where all the big, you know, the beautiful dogs, whatever, the winners aren't there? And then what happens when the judge doesn't withhold?
Right, you get a
Now we have
mediocre winner.
Now we have a winner.
Right.
They're new.
Right, and when you've got, again, 16 different judges picking 16 different ways and explaining things 16 different ways, how the fuck are new people gonna get a consistent idea?
Right. Because who is mostly influenced by dog shows?
Newbie.
The new guy.
0 to 2 years.
The new guy.
0 to 2 years.
It's true. People like this. You can't really influence. We have a set standard that we go by and how we do things. You know.
I'm pretty open-minded.
Yeah,
You know, I'm
yeah.
pretty open-minded. If you show me something that I didn't see before, I might not tell you at the time that I see it. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But
No.
I'll be thinking about that shit the whole way home, like this little motherfucker. You know?
But
But you still got the general
Yeah.
American Bully, like you
Yeah.
still got mass,
Yeah.
tight, you're just tweaking.
Right, right.
You know,
Right.
for the new guys, like,
So the picks in the ring should be, and I agree with that 100%. The picks in the ring should be the difference maker. If you're having a problem understanding the standard and you go to a show and you say, well, I have AM staffs, and my standard calls for a stocky dog with a wide, blocky head. Why is my AM staff not the same as an American Bully? I get this question. I get the same scenario all the time. This standard says this, so does the American Bullies. Why is that not the same? It's not the same. It's a different breed. A lot of dog standards talk about pasterns, right? All dogs should have nearly erect pasterns for the most part. Just because that says that in every single fucking standard does not mean they're all the same. Just because all dogs have 4 legs and they all supposed to have tight feet doesn't mean they are all going to look the same front to back, head to toe, or head to tail. There's a big difference.
One of the things in Shorty's was, your standard, you're defining your type amongst its peers.
Right.
So everything can't go for every breed, or it all blends.
If everything.
So we have
yeah.
to define that type.
Yeah.
So that means we have to say no to some dogs.
So
Some dogs are going to be out.
that's where the experience factor plays in also,
Right.
I think. Getting out to these shows, not just one show. You went to one North Carolina show and you saw 50 dogs. Congratulations, you didn't do shit. You didn't see shit. You know what I mean? You spend 2 years every other weekend seeing dogs and going to nationals and seeing the top 10 and competing against dogs that are winning every weekend. Then you're going to have a much better idea of what the breed is and where it's going and what it should be. Speaking of that, judging this year, your first year, has it been a year yet?
No.
Not even a year yet.
Started, what was the Atlanta show? No, we went to.
World Cup.
Marathon.
Marathon, yeah.
Okay, that was your first show.
Yeah, that was my first show.
So how many shows does that make? 5 then?
No, I've been judging a lot lately.
When was that marathon show?
March?
Holy fuck. I thought that was last month, to be honest with you. That's how busy I am. Okay, so since March, since that show, what is your general impression of judging? Like, what is your first, like when you think about your first 6 months judging, what's your general impression so far?
Well, I take pictures too, so I've been looking at dogs for a long time, and look, when I'm judging dogs, it's different,
I mean, as far as American Bullies go, you've been looking at American Bullies 5 years before I even seen one probably.
Probably, yeah.
You know what I mean? You've been taking pictures 2007? 2000?
Yeah, well, I started researching racers since like 2001, so, and back in 2004, I was at a UKC show in California, and that was the show that really started the movement.
Right.
So I was at that show where it was a UKC show, and a lot of the bully folks just showed up just to show up.
Dogs.
Since they
Pause for the dog noise.
they knew their dogs weren't show dogs and not pit bulls, so we had no outlet to me coming from the showroom.
Right, so
I would
you've
go
been
to
around
a
since
comfort
basically
show.
day one.
Who?
You've been around basically since day one as far as American Bullies go.
Yeah,
So what do you think, all that aside, like all your years of seeing American Bullies aside, what do you, as a judge for the first 6 months, like would you like judging? Do you not like it? Are you enjoying yourself?
I am having fun judging shows and seeing all the dogs. But I think we need better quality dogs being shown. People showing dogs, exhibitors need to know what a pet dog is and a show dog is.
Right.
And not all dogs are show dogs. And
I actually read a book the other day that said, as far as males go, in a good program, a male has a 99% chance of being castrated. Every male in this fucking building, in a good program, has a 99% chance of being castrated. Because they're not gonna cut it one point or another, one area or another. Where we don't have any of that mentality in the
Zero.
American Bully. Anything
Right.
that's got a set of balls,
Yeah.
that's getting bred, or that's getting shown at least.
Yeah, the last few shows, I've been driving with Tyler to the show, so we have a lot of talk.
Oh yeah, judge and handler riding together, huh? Real smooth, guys.
Too, when Jesse's not around. But yeah, he brought up one time on the way back from the show, he was asking because we were debating about a really nice bully dog that's not correct. You know, you see that in the ABKC ring, a lot of dogs that are super bully but not balanced and correct. And you see a really super balanced, correct dog that is not really a bully dog. So he was asking, you know, when do we get to the point where we see dogs in the middle? So, you know,
I think
that's
we
the
have a
one
few
where-
dogs. I mean, I'm looking at 3 dogs right now
Well,
that are
right
pretty
here,
close
yeah,
to
we're
the middle.
blessed to see some really nice dogs. We got Axel right here, so. Maestro.
That's
we got
that's the
Grim.
dog you're gonna throw out, Axel.
You bet.
That's
But,
the
you
dog
know-
that gets thrown out.
But I mean,
We want to come back to Taco Tuesday.
that's what we were talking with Tyler, you know. People need to realize that it's in between that we want to be at.
Right.
And it's not on one side or the other side.
It's not a bulldog.
Yeah.
It's not a terrier.
You know,
It's
and
its own separate
Yeah.
thing.
And
I
me-
feel like you probably went through that with Shorty Bulls too. It's not an English bulldog. It's not a Staffy
yeah,
bull. It's
we
not a
went-
Frenchie. It's
we went
its
through
own fucking thing.
Right, we went through that a lot, and I think a lot of it has to do with, it's easier to see that and live that and know that when you have a kennel and you've produced dogs and you've put breedings together, you've watched things grow up versus you have 2 dogs and you like to show and all your eggs are in those 2 baskets.
Right.
You know, because the shows are fun to go to. I mean, let's just say it. They're a lot of fun to go to.
If people keep it there. If
You know,
people
they're-
let it be fun
Right.
and not
So
turn it into a
everybody,
fucking
you know,
soap
wants to
opera.
go to these shows and we want to have fun and I think we kind of lost the gist of because we want to have fun and it's a big get together.
here's the funny part. The last few shows I've been to, I see a lot of nice dogs that never step in the ring. I see them outside the ring just
Mhm.
hanging out. And when
Uh-huh.
I'm judging shows, I don't see any of those dogs in my ring. So.
Why?
That's a big question. I mean,
I can answer that, I do believe.
Why?
Some of our dogs have careers. This is very
Yeah.
true. We
Oh
do.
fuck.
Our dogs have
Every
careers.
dog.
Sometimes it's more important to go and be seen than it is maybe to
That's
be
a
judged.
super interesting point because if you're gonna turn a dog
I like that.
into a superstar,
Uh-huh.
I'll use my dog. I just went through this scenario a year ago, right? Maestro. When Maestro was coming up, I could very easily have put him in the show ring as soon as he hit a year old. Here's the pocket class, go do what you do. But the thing is, I want to turn this dog into an international household name. If he goes in that ring one time and loses, he gets one blue or one yellow ribbon. Potentially that could ruin his whole fucking career.
But you know why that is? That points to one thing. A lack of experience.
Right,
Because
no
we
doubt
know-
about it, no doubt about it.
We know the dog could be having a bad day. We know the road trip could have been hard on him.
Right.
He hasn't eaten for
But
2 days.
the same as
He's been
one
reading.
stack off, bad stack off picture. The same as one bad live video
Right.
from the sideline. That could ruin a dog's career.
It can.
So if
but-
he's in the show ring and he's not looking great and he's being a dickhead and they get bad pictures of him and then he loses, who the fuck is Maestro after that?
But if our community was more experienced in this, it wouldn't be like that.
Right.
It would not. We would understand. Maybe the dog had a bad day, whatever, but, you know, we don't do that. We're all in competition. You know, there's a lot of people that don't have.
Right, and if you don't
That
know for a
experience.
fact that dog is gonna go in there and do well, it's a decision you're faced with. That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. I went through the same thing with Maestro, but with Rocco, you put him in the ring and he took off. I feel like that's where Rocco's, you know, rocket took off to the fucking ceiling. Everybody was liking him, and then you put him in the ring and he doesn't lose, and his career takes off, goes to a different level. Imagine if you took that same dog and he went in the ring and got skunked 3 fucking shows in a row. Would it be the same?
No,
Maybe, but probably not, right?
probably not.
Yeah, I think a lot.
So that's a decision that we're faced with, to build a career or to get a
How many
title.
times do we see people take young dogs in that are nowhere ready?
Right.
Yeah.
Nowhere
a lot of
ready
times.
to be shown. We see those dogs go in. First impressions stick hard in this community. Really hard.
I try not to bring a dog out under 10 months because 10 months is when a dog usually shows us kind of like what you want to see, you know, where it's gonna be at, and 10 months is when you put it in there to see where it stacks up against the other little adolescents coming up, and then you hide them for the next where it hits the class dogs.
If
And
you
then
need,
that's
if you
when-
need to hide
yeah,
it,
if you need to hide
Yeah.
it, yeah, then
then you pull him back, just
yeah.
give him that one tester.
Yeah,
I
usually-
got lucky. The only time I put him in the
Yeah.
ring in Allentown, he won a best in winners.
Right.
So it didn't hurt him any. But the fact that he didn't win a best in show for me was like, what the fuck did I even put him in for? Like,
Right.
I'm not going here. I don't want to come here and get red ribbons. I didn't drive fucking 18 hours to get a red ribbon. We came here to win, or we'll just stay over here with the stack offs
Yeah.
and get the attention. I mean, it's these dogs that you're seeing. Do you think that's what it is? They're dogs that potentially could have a career being jumped off, and they're just people are hesitant to put them in, or they just don't know that they're good dogs.
Think about it, because a big part of our breed is not in the show ring. You know, half the part of our lifestyle is really out in the show ring. It's a hype, you know, building the hype.
Yeah.
And a lot of people start early with hype, and they don't want their dogs to be under the microscope.
Right.
You know,
Right, that's very
because
true.
they can't take it. So I was.
Oh, that's another interesting
That's
point
very
too.
good.
You put Rocco
Here's
in the
what I
ring,
was-
even though he's doing well, people pick that motherfucker
Oh,
apart,
yeah.
left and right, up and down. So if you didn't,
And in our community, a lot of times, depending who you are, what dog it is, determines like the slightest fault on a really nice dog's a bigger deal because it's
That's
on a really
100%
nice
true.
dog than it is, you know.
that's 100%. He actually
Yeah.
has people making videos about his dog, who is
Yeah.
one of the nicest American
It
bullies
has-
in the ring all year. But there's this one little 4-inch piece of him in the back that now there's videos and rants, and you're getting death threats. I mean,
Yeah.
no, she's right though. I mean, think about that.
This dog over here will have cowhocks down on the pastures, but this one will have, you know, slightly off ear set. Come on.
Right.
But
And,
this
and
is
then
a
who
huge
owns him
deal.
probably has something to do with that
Huge
too.
deal. Yeah.
If Jamie Sweet owns a dog,
Yeah.
everybody's trying to find something wrong with that dog. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If Joe Shit the rag man down the street here owns a dog, no one gives a fuck. We don't care if it can even walk. We don't care. But if Jamie Sweet owns a dog, everyone wants to find something wrong with that dog because it's your dog.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to run into that now too.
I run into it already.
Yeah.
Sam doesn't run into it at all. He's such a humble guy.
He's a much more respectable guy than you, for sure.
You know what? It's true. It's true. People will give you a more hard time if you're more vocal, more.
Right.
Yeah, the more status you
Yeah.
hold, the more people are
The
going to
more
come at you.
you put yourself out there to be judged or whatever, they're gonna be more vocal. If you're not, then people usually don't pick on you. But you gotta have the right attitude for it. You take it and you dish it out. You take it. Doesn't matter what it is. So if you're gonna dish it out, take it and dish it out again.
Do you think any of it has to do with just people not understanding that they have good dogs, and they're just, oh, this is a stack off dog, not a
I think
not a
that
show dog.
a lot of the inconsistency in our breed, as far as type, really, because our breed is being dictated by sales. That's like the main. That why you don't see consistency in our breed because of the sales. Everybody's worried about sales. So I was like thinking, what if a breeder? What if every breeder in America or breeding American bullies we would say you can't sell a litter for the first 3 generations of your breeding program? Do you think we're going to see consistency out there when people start,
You won't
First
see
of
a lot
all,
breeders.
we're
won't see a
going
lot
to
of
see 3/4 of the motherfuckers that have dogs get out.
Yeah,
They're done.
exactly
They're
what
not
I
going to
mean,
sit through 3 generations
If,
not being able to
let's
make
say
money.
six of us right here will say, you can't sell a litter for the first 3 generations of your breeding program.
Starting now.
Yeah, and you pick whatever dog you see in the country and breed to that dog. And we, all of us understanding the breed standard, and
I might get out.
Yeah.
I might be out.
See, that's what I'm saying, you know.
I might be
after-
fucking out, bro. I'm
after-
not even joking around.
After
You
5
can't
years
make
of
no money for
breeding-
3 generations, Jim? I might be out.
No, here's just an example, okay?
I can't sell studs? Or can I sell studs?
You can sell puppies, or, you know, you have to keep what you're breeding. So, it's just a cure, okay?
Right.
So, at
No,
the
I
end of-
understand. I agree 100% with what
Okay,
you're
at the
saying.
end of-
And I'm joking a little bit about getting out.
At the end of
A
10
lot
years,
of people would just be like, I'm out. If we can't make no money at all, I'm out.
yeah, I'm saying, you know, that's a big part of our breed. But
I'm not saying that's a bad thing though, Jim.
Yeah, no, I'm not
that
saying
might
it's a
be
bad
good
thing. I'm just saying, at the end of 10 years of us doing that, are we gonna see a consistent breed?
More
Or-
consistent.
Yeah,
Well, if
that's exactly
everybody
what I'm
would breed like that, and we would see that, we get some more experience, because a lot of times, they'll see a piece of information, and then it's misquoted, and it's learned wrong, and it's passed on
Or it's twisted to
incorrectly.
fit
No,
how
I mean,
they want
that
it
was
to
just
fit.
going back to what I told Tyler,
Mhm.
seeing the dogs in the middle.
Yeah.
And not on
Put
one
your
side
hand
or
on
the other
there.
side. Not a real terrier looking dog or a really overdone dog with no structure. So,
I mean, that's definitely one way to look at it.
yeah,
If-
because I
if
mean,
we-
here's a lot of, okay, if I say, do you want to breed to, let's say, Grinch? It's like, oh no, I can't breed to him because he's a brindle dog or he's not selling right now.
I've actually said that.
Because I mean, people are looking for a tri-color dog with a real, you know,
Yeah.
extreme head. So, you know, we're all over the place as far as breeders. Everybody has their own
Right.
preference, you know.
Right?
But if
But
we're
people
really,
need to look at dogs like Grinch as a super valuable tool, though. Grinch has traits that very few American bullies are carrying. His rib cage alone, just that one part of him, his rib cage and body alone, 95% of this fucking breed needs.
because here
You know what I mean? So we got to look at dogs like that as tools, but we're not. People aren't looking at him and like, I need to use him because I need to improve this. They're looking at, I need to use Rocco because he's chocolate, he's all over the place, and he's going to sell my puppies. You know what I'm saying? Even if they need Grinch, they're going to go with whoever. you
Yeah,
know?
but that's what I'm saying, you know, as for our breed, being around from the very start, seeing dogs up to now, you know, I want to see progression. I want to see dogs better than King Kamali, but, you know, still resembles those dogs. So when I'm breaking it down our breed, I don't want to say evolution, I want to say progression. So when you say, oh, our breed evolved from King Kamali, well, it should, you know, it should be a progressive breed. So it still resembles that breed, only better. It resembles King Kamali, only a better dog. Then when I first saw Grinch, he did remind me of King Kamali as far as, but for me, he's a way better dog. You know, he doesn't have. I've seen
That's
King
going to be
Kamali.
the clickbait title tomorrow.
No, because I
James
have seen
Abba says Grinch is better than King Kamali.
I've seen King Kamali at the
I
show.
freaking agree with that 100%.
When I saw him, he blew
Yo,
me away.
8 male,
because he
for
was
sure.
the only thing that was like that back then.
No, but, okay, so say that again. You saw King Kamali at a show, in person,
Good
live,
pictures.
put hands on him.
Yeah.
Two pictures
I've seen a lot of dogs. So if you look at Bullypedia, I can see Bully.
This is
Look
Bullypedia,
into
right?
his iPad.
Right?
iPad.
And he's looked at it
His
through
iPad
the lens.
has about 100,000
See, I-
photos
because
from
I could-
2003 and up
I could
that
go
I've
back-
seen, and he would not release them. Stack up everything.
I
You
could
talking
go
about
back 10
Manu, you talking about
generations of
Paco,
Bullypedia
you
and
talking
see dogs I
about
take
Lil
pictures.
Rizzy, you
Right.
talking
Yeah,
about.
so-
Dude, I'm telling you, I've seen that damn iPod, and I've been trying to get this guy to do a Toy Soldier book, and he won't do it.
Yo, a coffee table book would be dope. A Toy Soldier coffee table book would be
telling
dope.
you.
I still have time to come up with
You
one
still
for
got
the
a lot of time, but still, his iPod his iPod is American Bully history. I'm telling you, if he ever
Right.
published that damn shit that I tell him to do, it would kill all the books out there. All the
But
fucked up ass
he was
information.
around before it got super bully,
Yeah.
Right.
crazy bully.
So when you seen King Kamali the first time, you never seen shit like that.
At that time, he was a really nice dog. Okay, and that was a show in L.A. where King Kamali wasn't brought up a lot at times. He was probably brought up maybe 4 shows max, and he championed out fast. He was at the Nationals. He was at the show I went to. They actually didn't show him. He just showed up, and it was a hot day. And he's kind of like he reminded me a lot of Grinch when I first saw Grinch, as far as it was the same breed. Grinch was just a, shorter, more.
Yeah, sometimes when you put side shots up of Grinch, I mean, it's super reminiscent of a King Kamali type of dog. Just the newer version. I don't even know better, but newer version.
So yeah, that's why I'm
Grinch
saying
is a lot.
it's a progressive breed,
I've never seen Kamali. I can't comment.
I've
I would
seen-
say
you can-
Grinch's
you can
Grinch's
see-
rib cage is probably the best. One of the widest bodies, naturally, not like a wide. See, people think those blown out elbows and shit. That's wide. That's not wide. I'm talking about wide tabletop back bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's not a big dog. He's like 75 pounds.
Grinch.
Yeah.
Yeah, an American Bully doesn't have to look like it have to be over 100 pounds, but it's a compact dog that looks extreme, and people forget that it's an extreme breed. When you look at
I
American
don't
Bully,
like that
you
word.
have
I don't like that word.
whatever.
It's an exaggerated breed.
Yeah, it's an exaggerated.
Because
Some
when,
people-
when we
you say
start using the
extreme,
word
yeah,
extreme, people are
yeah.
going to go, well, the extreme
Yeah,
class was
yeah.
taken out. We just don't got no
Yeah.
extreme class now. It's extreme class.
You know what? I think the extreme class shouldn't have taken out. They should have taken out the faults that were allowed in that class. They should have kept that class. They,
Oh, damn. That's from the weekend we had
That's from Jamie's show, yeah.
but
At the diner in
That's Penny's, that's my spot. That's
The
Penny's
little
Diner. That's my spot. I love that place.
Yeah,
Everyone in Marysville hates that shit.
Oh.
I love it.
I just think an American Bully should be like a dog that you look at is just massive and massive, thick everywhere. It can't be like a racy looking dog. It's not American.
It should be an exaggerated dog, period.
Yeah.
Whatever, if you think unless you come from English bulldogs or oldies, whatever you think in your brain is large or broad or wide, that's not large or broad or wide. You know what I'm saying? If you come from terriers, or if you come from collies, or if you come from Salukis, if you come from those kind of breeds, if your standard says wide set blades, it's not the same thing as the wide set blades on an American Bully. It's just not. It's different because it's a composite breed. People don't want to admit that shit. That's what I love about Shorty Bulls and how you explain that shit. You actually say this is a composite breed. It's made up of multiple different breeds. The American Bully is a composite breed. Whether you want to believe that shit or not, I don't give a fuck. It is. That's a fact. So if we look at it as a composite breed, this should have pieces of this, and pieces of this. It should have pieces of all three of these breeds. I think that would help people understand, but that's why people lean toward the UKC standard, or UKC in general for the American Bully, because the standard itself reads that it's a bulldog influenced breed. Comes from American Pit Bulls and Amstaffs, but it's bulldog influenced. Our standard doesn't say that shit. We know it's bullshit. If that one line is where you're getting hung up and you can't accept that, I mean, it's gonna be hard to help you move forward, I feel like.
Yeah, but how much of that is an excuse? Like how many? It's hard to get a bully dog that's still balanced.
Fuck yeah, it's hard to get a bully
That
dog.
is the ultimate, yeah.
So if you have a litter and you've got one dog that's decent and the rest, you're going to use the UKC quote unquote standard as an excuse, to kind of fall back on or have that as an argument. I feel like when these dogs are hard to get, no matter how long you've been involved in it. I mean, you breed Rocky, you breed mice, so you're going to get a terrier style.
Whoa!
You're going to get it. It's going to happen.
No, that's a fact.
I think we talked about in one of my other podcasts. Every stud is going to produce a turd.
And
gonna
it's
happen.
It happens.
It's going to
It
happen.
happens.
But
It's not.
it's only a
it's
turd
not
because we
verified.
want certain things.
Right.
It's probably still a really good dog for somebody.
yeah, somebody's pet,
Probably
like,
some really good fur mom companion
Right.
type of dog. We want certain things out of these animals.
Right.
That's why it's a turd to us. You know what I mean? And we had this conversation yesterday. Our expectations of what we're breeding, Jamie's expectations of what she's breeding as far as Shorty Bulls, those expectations are higher than 95% of the people that are breeding dogs, because we have seen that. We can recognize what quality is. We've seen good dogs win. We've seen good dogs be bred. We've seen good dogs we've produced good dogs. So our expectations are on a 10, and general expectation might be riding a 7. You know what I mean? Where we look at dogs and be like, that's last pick at my house. That might be first pick at somebody else's house. That might be the dog that changes their yard.
Yeah, but that litter, so if your expectation's only at a 7, you probably started with the last pick. So you're breeding last pick to last pick. Generally, you're gonna have a last pick litter as an entirety.
Same thing I say about bargain shopping. You're bargain shopping from the beginning. You're going to get bargain shopper quality. You're going to get bargain shopper service. You're going to get bargain shopper productions.
Let me ask you this. Has anybody here printed out a pedigree and seen your name in every slot yet? Have you done that yet?
Not
Fuck
yet.
no.
Okay, this is why I believe this is still coming to be. I remember when I couldn't wait to do that, and it took so long I forgot that I was waiting for it. So the day I print the paper out, and it's my name in every thing. It wasn't quite the reaction I had. But trust me, when you print a 3 or 4 generation pedigree in your name, you bred for it, and you kept every dog in that for a reason.
Right.
And you continually breed to get to this dog. Clear over here. Your quality, if you didn't change your mind halfway through, is amazing. It really is, and it takes a lot of the guesswork out, and because you've concentrated on that for so long. You know, like I hear people say, oh, there's only 1 or 2 good pups in the litter. That's true when you start. That's true. And I was talking to Bully today, and I said, you know, don't mean it to sound arrogant or anything like that. That's not necessarily true for me anymore. Not like 1 or 2 out of. You just saw my litters. You just saw 2 litters at my house.
I plead the 5th. I plead the 5th on that. No, I agree 1,000%.
When you
I say this shit
when you
all the time.
change
I don't
your
have
mind.
last picks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Obviously, that's just me being cocky as fuck. But
No, but if you do that, you chose every single one of those dogs.
But if I have one dog out of the litter that's not what I like, to me, like that's disappointing as fuck. I want to see the whole litter be a usable stock. Like I want to see the whole litter go into the future gene pool, or if it's not on that level, cull it out of the gene pool. Let's take some dogs and give them pet homes. You know what I mean? I've donated 3 dogs this year to veterans, right? 2008, 17 so far. 3 dogs, 2 of them I produced, 1 of them I didn't produce. 3 dogs didn't make the cut. Instead of me selling those dogs to somebody that's new in the game or new in the dogs and selling them a fucking pipe dream. Oh, this dog's off of this dog, you breed this dog and you'll get this much money, and that dog needed to be taken out of the gene pool, so I took it out of the gene pool. Not patting myself on the back, I'm just saying, if we had people actually going through the steps to make this shit better, we wouldn't have to bar people from selling something for 3 generations.
And last pick does not automatically make
No.
a tool.
No, last pick just means last selection. But I also say first pick doesn't mean that's the best dog. That's just the first dog selected. First pick doesn't mean anything as far as quality goes. First pick means that was the first dog that somebody selected out of that litter. Khan comes over and takes first pick. I didn't even want first pick. I had my eye on this motherfucker over here. So that dog that he took wasn't my first pick. So we both got first selection out of that litter. So now we both have a first pick out of that litter. Where you come over and you see nothing in there you want, it's all shit. We got a litter full of last picks. No one's picking first. There is no first pick. You know what I mean? Like the first pick, last pick, that's just a selection. That's your number in line. You're at the DMV and you take a ticket. That's your pick. That's it. So, you know, quality to me has never been a pick thing. Like I've got multiple dogs. Francesca was 3rd pick. Third choice. To me, the best dog in the litter. To me, select like that first pick, last pick shit doesn't really mean anything. But for the majority,
by pixie. I just sell dogs
Right.
individually. I don't sell dogs by, hey, you can take second picks or first pick or whatever. I sell dog individually. Whatever the quality is, that's the price of it, and you know, that's really it.
so you're not even selling shit before
No, I sell
before
dogs
8
at
weeks
6
old.
weeks.
6 weeks.
When the first pictures come out, that's where I start selling them. wherever I like, and I think that's how. If me personally, if I think it's a brood dog, a pet dog, a quality brood dog with a little bit of shit here and there, or a strictly badass show dog that I feel that can turn out. Not all dogs gonna turn out, but if I feel it's gonna turn out and you want that dog, it's gonna be a higher price. So a pet dog will be, you know, really, really low and no papers and neuter, whatever it is, and then, you know, there's steps to all what I sell the dogs for.
You might not want to answer this question. A lot of people wouldn't. How many dogs in 2018 so far have you pulled out of the gene pool?
4.
So not 0. You didn't sell every puppy out of every litter to every Joe Schmo that came down the road. You took stuff that wasn't up to par.
I had
took
dogs
it out of
that
the gene
had
pool.
defects that I didn't like, defects that I didn't feel that's good for the breed. No way, I take that damn dog out.
Right.
You know, or like dogs that people who have like a low budget but they want a nice pet. I've sold a lot of good dogs to pet homes that would be second or third pick somewhere else.
Okay,
Yeah.
next question. When you sell a pet home dog, is it fixed before it leaves or are you signing a contract?
I signed a contract.
Fuck that contract. You know what? 90% of those dogs are going to be bred. 90% of that shit's going to be
I
bred.
don't sell dogs to people that I don't know that for pet homes. So everyone that sell
Probably a
pet
little
homes-
safer there.
Yeah, so everyone that I sell pet home dogs to are either a friend of a friend, that doesn't even do dogs.
Right.
So
But for
they're-
me,
Yeah.
if I deem this is going to be a pet and it's going to be
Yeah.
sold as a pet, it's staying at my house till that motherfucker gets fixed.
Yeah.
Seriously, because it doesn't matter. People sign that contract, laugh and smile in your face, and then go home. I'm breeding this motherfucker as soon as he hits a year.
I haven't
Fuck
had
that
an
contract.
issue-
That
I
don't
haven't
mean
had an
shit.
issue with that yet. I hope I don't, but yeah. So
Anyway, we were way off the original topic.
Where were we at?
I have no idea. Oh, you never even told me how you feel about judging. We got off on King Kamali and your history. Are you enjoying it?
Yeah.
You having a good time?
Yeah. I just feel people, you know, who has nice dogs should show their dogs.
Right.
And then, you know.
But I'm guilty of that shit too,
and
Jim.
not stay home and.
Bitch about the dogs that are winning.
that are being, because you know that as a judge, we can only judge dogs that are in front of us.
In the ring, right?
Yeah.
And we can't, listen, whatever people want to say, you can't withhold on every fucking class.
You
You can't do it.
Yeah, people keep telling me, you know, are you gonna withhold? Are you gonna withhold? I was like, you know, I think
Have you withheld yet?
I have once.
What breed?
American Bully. You know, here's what's so funny. The next show, the dog I held the ribbon on with was in the champion class. So
So one show, you withheld it, didn't even give it a ribbon. The next show, that same dog was in the champion class.
not the next show, but one of the shows after that I was judging wasn't like, you know.
That's the fucking issue.
Amen. That is
That
the
right
issue.
there is the issue, and we're not gonna say any names, we don't need to say
No.
any individuals. That is a fucking issue for me. Not saying that we're all going to deem a dog not worthy of getting a ribbon. But how the fuck does one person say this dog doesn't even get a ribbon, and other people say this dog's worthy of a major? I can understand a first place in its class once or twice. You know, you get dismissed here, you might get a first place here. How the fuck does that dog go get 3 majors?
Jim, what was the dismissal?
No, I just think the dog lacked retail. You know, I'm
That's
not.
pretty major.
It's not like a performance. It's not like a performance issue.
Kind of number one.
Dude, the dog was super correct. Okay. The
Yeah,
dog
that's
was
actually the
super
most
correct.
important thing.
The dog was really, as far as balance and angulation, the dog was correct. I think the dog was on point.
But
The
a dog
handler was
can't
on
But
be
it looks like a
correct
different breed.
if it doesn't fit the standard. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
you
saying.
know,
Like,
that's
we have
what I
people
mean.
saying the word correct. Correct means fits the standard. Just
No,
because
yeah, you know, you could have a mixed breed dog that's balanced and correct.
You could.
As
That's
far as, but you know, it doesn't have a breed.
built well,
Yeah.
but to be correct, what I'm saying is like the
Correct
definition
as
of
far
the
as
word.
Structurally
is
sound.
No, I mean,
semantics.
given that all the dogs in your ring has breed type, okay, then you have to look for a balanced dog that's correct.
Yeah, right.
But you know, if you see a balanced dog that's correct and doesn't have a breed type, so you know, it doesn't belong in there.
Yeah, like this is a Ron Ramos analogy. If you're at a Doberman show, or if you're at a Rottweiler show, You've got 6 Rottweilers that are in the ring, but they're mediocre. And you've got a Doberman that's in the ring. It's the best Doberman you ever seen. That Doberman doesn't matter.
Right.
You're at a fucking Rottweiler show.
Hey,
It does not matter if that is the greatest Doberman that's ever been made on this planet. It's not a Rottweiler. Shouldn't win. You understand what I'm saying? We kind of have a gray area where we have dogs that are lacking a lot that are still considered American bullies that are in your ring. But you have to look, you have to find the American bullies in that ring and judge the American bullies. The stuff that doesn't fit the type, it doesn't fit the breed, that doesn't have the substance to be in there, shouldn't even be in contention for the ribbon. So I agree 100%. Just withholding on a dog because it lacks breed type, that makes me smile on the inside. I love that shit.
Yeah, we should see more of that.
I got a little bit of a bad reputation for withholding, but when the first year I came in, it was bad, man. It was bad. Like, we had no one withholding ribbons. We had no one withholding ribbons. We had, people, we still right now have judges that don't know the disqualifications on the breeds. We have standards written that don't have disqualifications written in them.
Well, something happened along the way somewhere, and I don't know where, and I'll probably get crucified for this comment.
Fuck you, Jamie.
Yeah, okay? The Save a Bully class.
Well, that's my favorite class. That's my
Really?
shit right there.
Really? I mean, then we can't take the rest so serious or something. We
Well,
need to separate that.
It's the
I think that's
participation
kind of-
syndrome.
Yeah,
Everybody
everyone
needs
gets
to
a trophy
participate, yeah.
type deal. And that's where I think we differ on
That's-
how important this is.
That's what I used to love about it's so cut and dry. You're first, you're second, you're third. You won, you did it, go home. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Why is that a bad thing? Why is it a negative thing to say you have the best dog?
You know
You know what I
we
mean?
did
Not you have a good dog that's in the building, everybody gets a ribbon. No, sir, congratulations, you have the best dog. I mean, why is that a bad thing?
We kind of did that at Shorty Bowl Nationals. We just did first place. That's it.
Oh, wow.
Otherwise, boom,
That's awesome.
gone.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because outside of the points difference, if your dog champs out,
Right.
Or
Blue
is it
ribbon or
champ?
red or second place don't mean shit.
well,
You
yeah,
have no points for it.
right. So, why? It's just a waste of host money.
It's true. So we're gonna make a petition. We actually need to get a petition signed. No
Well-
more red ribbons, no more yellow ribbons.
No, and we've talked about it 100 times. Like, the show ring's not a place for a pet on. It's not
It's
a good.
not.
It's not a good game. Like,
Leave your fucking
It's not.
feelings
It's
at
not.
the
If
door.
you did your best,
you won or you lost. There is no in
It's-
between.
Yeah.
Ricky fucking Bobby.
And that's coming from somebody who's lost a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I've lost a lot. Sucked.
Yeah.
But the reason I got better is because I lost. You know what I'm
It is
saying?
true though. Those yellow and reds don't. I just throw it out.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I
You ain't
throw
gonna
it
walk
out.
in my house and see a ribbon any color than blue unless it's a best in show or a best in winners or you know what I mean?
I either throw it out or I put it in a box that says "fuck."
I was at a show in Tennessee a long time ago when LaQuinn Brodus was judging, and he in the champion class I was handling a dog, and he left the ring for a minute. Never
It was in Alabama, right, or Georgia?
Tennessee, Parsons, Tennessee. It was at the baseball field, and he left the ring for a minute. It's hot as shit. And everybody's like, God, why is he leaving? He's on the phone and he comes back and he's like, "You're all dismissed. Champion class, withheld a ribbon." And I went up and I asked him, I'm like, what's that? Like, you can do that? He said, all these dogs aren't worthy of being a champion, let alone closer to a grand. And I'm like, that's the greatest thing that's ever happened.
We need that now.
And he did. He
We
got in
need
a
that.
fight.
Who did that?
With
He's
Austin.
a big dude. He beat the shit out of that guy. But
He got in there was another, I don't even know if it was the same show, but there was another show. I don't even know if it was the same judge or whatever. There was another show that happened. I've seen a couple of champion classes where I was definitely not happy about handing out a ribbon. For sure.
yeah, but why? So why don't the judges do that more? I mean,
But the champion class don't really mean shit, fellas.
no.
Grand champion class means something.
Yeah, but you got to win in the champ class.
But
to
if
get
we
there.
say, like we talked about at the beginning of this, if our sales affect, well, what affects our sales? The champion the grand champion in front of the names and stuff.
Yeah, it definitely does. A little less with American bullies. Probably a little less with shorty bulls than a normal breed also. But right now there's a big craze grand champ, you know, if, I don't know about a big craze, but I know I've talked to a lot of people that were, you know, negotiating with international buyers. And that's one of the first questions they ask is it a champion, is it a grand champion?
You know what? That's the mentality because they probably come from different breeds. That grand champion means something
That
in
is
their
a
breed.
great point,
Yo,
right there.
and 5 years ago,
Right.
champion, grand champion probably didn't mean a whole lot. Right now, champion title doesn't really mean a whole lot. But right now, a grand champion title, you got a grand champion title,
Yeah,
you
we
know
have a
you've
lot
been
of-
through some shit. There's
We
a
have
lot of
some
nice dogs.
Nice top 10 dogs. That's
Right.
why for the past 3 years, I guess we've had some really nice dogs. It means something to be a grand champion.
For
I
sure.
mean, it's not an easy thing to do. I have a really nice girl that can't even get freaking her grand champ because you know what? It's a tough class. You know,
Especially
some-
female.
Yeah, especially a female. So, yeah, for buyers overseas, it means something to them because it's been years
Part of the culture.
part of the culture because when it comes from a champion line from a different breed, it's more consistent. So when they ask for that, they're feeling like that line right there that dog that they're gonna buy from is gonna have potential to be a grand champion or a champion because of that whole line has been proven. With American bullies, if you're not smart with the pedigree and how you breed, you're gonna get a shitty litter.
Yo, it's 155 champion dogs out
Yeah.
here that I would not even
Yeah,
let
so
in
you-
my yard.
Yeah, so
Let alone feed that shit,
with
let
all the
alone
rhythm.
breed that shit, let alone sell or show that shit.
I've been to 2 shows the past couple months that it didn't deserve to be
Okay, was it a small show or big show?
small.
Small shows, right?
No.
At the bigger shows, we're seeing bigger competition.
Yeah, but
So I feel like part of getting back to a more consistent look and overall consistent feel with the breed, we got to cut these shows down. We got to get more consistent judging, and we got to have people step up and you know, like Jim, step up and withhold ribbons.
yeah.
I haven't judged in the U.S. at all this year, 2017, so I really can't comment too much about what's in the ring right now. But
is there a limit of how many shows you can host a year?
it's supposed to be.
There should be.
There's supposed to be. There's supposed to be you're only supposed to be able to host 4 shows.
I feel like with how many hosts do we have? Like maybe 6, 7. I think two shows a year for each person should be enough. You know, I mean,
We have a lot more than 6 or 7 show hosts, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, but 2 shows per person should be able to cover 12 months of, you know, shows because every show, every freaking weekend, it,
Right,
it
and
makes the
they've got
attendance a lot smaller because not everyone's rich and the economy is not like before where everyone has the money or right now. It's,
And I feel like
it's
we
tough.
just expanded the number of shows faster than that bubble could catch up, right? So if we instead of waiting for shows where there's 500 dogs and people spilling out the building, because there's only a certain number of shows and then expanding to different regions, we just said it's a free for all, do what you want. And the amount of dogs and people, the interest and the popularity hasn't caught up to that where we can do that yet, in my opinion. But you see show host Christina Maxwell, she 15 different shows so far, some crazy thing. Last year with Kev Green, before he left, that was one of the biggest bitches people had with Kev was 10, 15 shows a year. You know, there's more of them too, not just picking on those guys, but that kind of shit, there's supposed to be a limit. There's supposed to be a cap put on that shit. But what good are policies and procedures if we're not enforcing the policies and procedures? We can have all the fucking rules and regulations we want. If we can't get somebody to step up and say, no, you can't do that, it doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, the registry, again, it comes down to money. Registry's a business, so the more shows it's being thrown, the more money they make, and more dogs are getting registered, and more.
Right, and their concern is money.
Right.
Our concern is dogs.
Right.
So we're looking at it from two different standpoints. I get that, I understand that. And I've had this debate with people that run shit, you know what I mean? For multiple registries. It's just not gonna happen. Cutting the number of shows is not gonna happen. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah, that's why we pick and choose what shows we go to now. We try to attend the international shows because they're far and few and far between. It's a lot more. I think it's a lot more. What do you call that, Sam? A lot more.
Prestigious?
It's kind of prestigious. It's a lot more. For us, it's more worth it or whatever it is because we are able to bring our dogs out for people to see that's been dying to see our dogs or want to see our dog. And some of the dogs we have in the United States, people don't get to see outside.
Most
They only see
dogs.
yeah, like on Facebook or wherever. So once you bring a dog out there, you know, the people really want to come and really want to come see this dog and really want to get into this breed. My buddy Gabriel just went to Mexico not too long ago. He's
Terrible
over there.
decision.
Yeah.
Terrible
No, he just went
place.
to Mexico for
I will
vacation.
never go back to Mexico.
He went
I
to
am
Mexico.
never going
We were just
back
talking about
to
this.
Mexico.
We were just talking about this. But yeah, he went to Mexico. Not to a dog show or anything, on vacation. Met a guy that had that breed horses and did one of those dancing Mexican horses. Got to talking and saying, and about pedigree and stuff like that on the horse and stuff like that. So my buddy was telling him about that he breed American bullies, and right away he's like he's interested in American bullies, and he's like I want to get a dog off of this dog. He described the dog as a big red dog, and Gabe, he's my partner, so he's like, is the dog named Rocco? And the guy instantly like, do you know that is that dog? And right there is it's a connection. Like it's like what the hell? They just met on different subject, but the American bully is so big that the internet is so big that everyone knows about this breed.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. So we get to bring it out, and a lot of people, it's good for the breed to bring it to every different country, and that's what we want to do.
I remember when-
America's saturated with American bullies that people already see, so now we want to bring it outside the United States.
I'm sure Jim remembers this shit too. I remember there was a long time where nobody knew what the fucking American bully was. You'd walk your dog, Rain, clearly not an American Pit Bull Terrier. Very much an American bully, even though he's 9 years old. When I first got him and I used to take him out and walk him, people would say, hey, that's a nice pit bull. And I'd be like, I'd have to explain to them, this is an American bully, it's not a pit bull. I don't ever have to do that now. 2017, I don't ever have to tell people the difference.
Right.
Some people you probably still run into that. There's exceptions to every rule, but now I feel like the rule is people know
Instead
what
of
an
10 out of
American
10
bully.
people calling your dog a pit bull, you get about 6 or 7 knowing it's a bully, and the other half will be like, what kind of dog is it?
Right.
Instead of automatic saying it's a pit bull.
Right, and I feel like that's
Yeah.
a big thing.
Yeah, it's
that's
awesome.
that's a big thing.
Every Mondays, me, Sam, and Khanh and Ernest, we go through handling classes. So we go through all breed handling classes for AKC dogs, and we show up with our bullies.
Right.
And they don't call our dogs pit bulls. They ask us what breed is that. So we're
And that's for the most part dog people that you're
Dog
talking
people.
to, yeah.
Yeah,
so
Doberman
I mean,
people.
it's we're getting there where it's the separation from the pit bulls that the public sees.
I'm pretty sure we're separated already. It's just some people don't want to recognize it.
Well,
And,
that's
we're
because we still
out
have
there.
judges like Skip Miller up until 2 years ago telling people that an American bully is just a blown up American Pit Bull Terrier. You couldn't be farther from the fucking truth. And this was a senior fucking judge for however many years. Can't do it. I can't, that guy drives me, just fucking boils my blood,
breed
bro.
is- our breed is it's like a fashion accessory. I was talking to Jamie.
It's a status symbol,
Yeah, I was
no
talking
doubt
to
about
Jamie
it.
like 4 years ago, and she wanted Shorty Bulls to be like a Louis Vuitton bag. Where,
Yep.
when you walk your dog, people, that's
Eventually, I mean,
something
it's
of
going to.
value. And since our breed's out there right now, you see it everywhere. Online, on TV, you see it everywhere. One time, me and Sam, we flew out to a show with Rocco, and when we were in the airport, the lady, the TSA agent saw Rocco and said, "I know that dog." He
Yeah,
said, "I
that's
know
a
that
mind
dog."
blower when
Yeah, it's like, from where? Like, I saw his picture on the internet, you know. A random person saw Rocco and said, I've seen his picture somewhere.
That's awesome. And they knew he was an American bully, and they knew all that info.
No, they said he was a bully dog, but I said, he's seen Rocco's picture somewhere.
He knew that dog specifically. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of shit that we're talking about can be fixed, but at the same time, if you look at it 10 years ago to now, shorty bulls, American bullies, ABKC in general, bull breeds in general.
The
Night
shows
and
used
day.
to be so big. You know, I judged a fun show, the Bully Palooza, years ago in Atlanta. I'll never forget the 1 to 2 year male. This was the fun show. There was 61 entrants in there.
Yeah.
We had to split it just to get it in the ring. I mean, it was huge.
But do you feel like
It was huge.
Do you feel like the amount of people that know what a shorty bull is now versus 10 years ago is more now or more 10 years ago?
Oh, it's definitely more now.
More now. That's what I mean. Like,
But it's
we're talking
not
about a
enough.
lot of stuff that could be changed.
Yeah, it's
but what
not
I'm saying
enough.
is in the past 10 years, the strides forward that all these breeds have made, bull breeds in general, even the English bulldog, I feel like 10 years ago was looked at the crippled, decrepit health problem of a dog, whereas now it is still some a little bit, but now becoming more generally accepted. I feel like not
Really?
looked at as a well. That's one of the things that I get more than anything is I love your bulldogs, and they're not bulldogs. It's not an English bulldog, but people see those proportions or see certain markings or something, or an all white dog that has wrinkles on its face, and they associate it with a bulldog. But you get into conversations with these people and they'll tell you, we had a bulldog 8 years and it was the greatest dog we've ever owned, and we couldn't get another dog after that. And the more and more I talk to people, the more of those conversations I have, and it's not like I would never 5 years ago, 8 years ago, I would never own an English bulldog. That's just a health issue waiting to happen. You don't hear that as much, or I don't anyway, and it's a small sample size, obviously.
And I think one other thing is we have to always remember we're learning as we go. Our breeds weren't around 30 years ago.
No, right.
We are learning as we go.
A lot of this shit that we're doing and that's going on is unprecedented. A lot of shit has never been done before. We're the first to do, there's never been a fucking podcast on bull breed dogs before. Even that little tiny thing like that, this is unprecedented shit. Having a bull breed dog show, a dog show specifically for bull breed dogs, they don't have that. You get a non-sporting class in AKC shows where it's the riffraff to get thrown in, the shit they don't want to let in the real groups, the riffraff left over. But we have shows specifically for bull breeds. And now we have shows for 10, 12 different bull breeds instead of just American bullies or just shorty
And
bullies.
the American Bully exploded. When it came out, it exploded. Very popular, very quickly.
Yeah, almost to a fault. Got too big too fast almost, It was like nobody really being able to control any aspect of it,
Do you think that's why they had too many classes and that was the problem from the
No, I
beginning?
think the registry added classes to make more money.
Right, and did you think that was more detrimental for the breed?
No,
No.
fuck no. All that shit all existed already. All those classes were already there already. They were just giving somebody a place to come show their shit.
What if they didn't? What if they just had a pocket or a standard class, or maybe just a standard class?
If it
Would
would
it
have
have been
stayed the
better 10
same
years
way,
ago?
it's hard to say what would have happened. It's
Yeah.
hard to say.
Yeah.
But I don't think the varieties hurt as much as people say they do. People already were breeding real bully dogs. People were already going overboard and breeding quote unquote extreme dogs. People already had the terrier type shit that they were leaning on, the classic looking dogs. People already had these 29-inch XXL, 150 pound. That shit was all there.
So our breed is not done.
No, it's, the standard was written 2004. What's the year? 2017. We're not even 13 years into this shit. It's not even started.
when
We
Shorty
can't talk
Bulls-
about being done. This shit ain't even started
But
yet.
this is what happens, like when Shorty Bulls came out. I was the one that said we're not ready for a show. I didn't want to have, I just didn't feel it was time for shows because I didn't feel our population was big enough at all. And so I knew that mediocrity would be promoted as champion and it wouldn't be great. But when someone spends some money and they live in a place where there's these shows and it's fun to go, they want to go.
Right.
They want to go, they want to take their dogs. And so, I lost the battle. Everybody wanted to go to the show.
There's a lot of parallels between Shorty Bulls and the American Bully, though.
And so I lost the battle, so they got to show, and it's hard when it's like that, and it's a very small number of dogs showing.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of parallels to Shorty Bulls and American Bullies. Like right now, Shorty Bulls that are in the ring aren't really the best Shorty Bulls. You know what I mean? For the most part, a lot of American Bullies that we're seeing outside the ring that aren't getting shown.
Very mixed quality dogs.
Right. So I feel like there's a lot of parallels there. Some of the dogs that have champions attached to them, you wouldn't feed. I wouldn't feed. Some of the dogs that don't have champion titles yet are some of the best Shorty Bulls walking around. So there's a lot of similarities, I feel like, to that.
Yeah, on a way smaller scale, but
Yes.
a lot of people don't understand that.
What do you need?
Sorry.
There's nobody even watching this. You could just talk.
So when I bought those terriers, the Yak terriers, it was incredibly difficult to buy one. I can't go. There's a guy in North Carolina that I would give $5,000 for a terrier. He will not take my money. I could not prove that I work dogs. I couldn't, I didn't have any videos of my other terriers working. I asked him if he had any puppies coming up, and we went through the whole spiel, and then I told him, can I put a deposit down? He's like, no. And I'm like, why? He's like, I don't know that you're going to work the dog. Like, I don't sell pets. My dogs are working dogs. That like blew me away. I was like, I'll
So
take
you
it
mean
more.
somebody selling dogs turned down money?
That's not the only breeder. I tried to buy them
Yeah.
all over the place.
It's really hard to get one of those.
It's a crazy concept. Someone that breeds dogs
Yeah.
turned down money.
Yeah, and so then I had my buddy try to buy a dog that has had pattern.
Tried to come in through the back door.
It wouldn't sell him because this guy had Patterdales 5 years ago. He doesn't even have Patterdales anymore. He's actually got a couple of our pet quality bullies that we culled.
They still
And
wouldn't sell them.
Wouldn't sell because he had Patterdales for one, which is the big no-no, and it was 5 years ago.
And the difference between show and working is very interesting.
So wait, what was the
Because-
point to that? You just wanted to tell a story?
Yes, partly. but also like I think that you gotta be selective on who you sell to as well.
1,000%.
As far as I'll just use this group. There's going to be a lot of Joe Schmoes that don't deserve dogs that'll come and try to buy. Maybe their tax refund came in and they've got 10 grand laying around. And they just want to blow it on a nice dog. Well, if that dog's going to be chained to a tree, that doesn't do. You might have sold a $10,000 dog. That's breed value that could be used good, and he's going to breed it to his pit bull and sell his dogs. And I think.
Oh, bro, you're preaching to the choir to me.
I
turn
thought
down
that-
money all the time. People get so mad at me. I don't let them
Yeah.
use my studs. I won't sell them dogs.
Yeah, I think more of that needs to happen because
But at the same time, I'm broke, so maybe you shouldn't take advice from me.
I'd rather live in a van down by the river and sell my dog, sell my good stock to somebody that's not going to use it the right way.
I wouldn't want my dog chained to the tree.
No, and I mean that was an exaggeration.
Yeah, but still, if you know right away that your dog is not going to be in an environment that you can control, I wouldn't sell a dog to that person. If you ask me something about my dog, I would check your Facebook maybe 2 years from now, or tell you to give me a call and let me talk to you, or even ask you a few other questions before you even get in line to get a dog. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's
But that's
yeah.
that's another. People don't have lines. The majority of people selling dogs don't have a line where they have a waiting list. They don't have that. Most people are struggling to move the stock that they're producing now.
Because the market's flooded.
But that's
they can go to
Not only
they
that,
can go to Daryl down the road and buy one for $800. Why would they spend it? That dog's gonna champ out. You get enough shows, enough of these small shows. You know, you get them in the right hands and a handler that knows the judges. You can champ out junk dogs.
so basically, if you got a shit dog and you're looking to get it champed out, Tyler Wilson is available for handling.
Pricing available online. No, not true at all. Because I turn down dogs to handle all the time too. Like if I don't,
Right.
You know, if I don't think if your dog's gonna make me look bad in the ring. Why?
Look,
That's
and it sounds super harsh.
It is.
We're not being harsh about it. We're just being truthful about it. Just because we say your dog's not worthy to be shown, you probably still love that dog. You probably still sleep with that dog every night. Doesn't mean it's a crappy dog.
Well, let's go-
Just
What's wrong
means
with
it's not
being
a show.
harsh?
Yeah,
Let's
what-
talk about that. What's wrong with being harsh?
Well, here
Nothing.
I'm gonna stroke your
Yeah.
ego a little more.
Nothing.
That time that I came down and talked to you and Jamie, that's the reason that shit happened last year for us.
Right.
I mean, you said it when you walked in here 2 years ago. You could have brought a dog up here. You could have brought your worst dog and I made my dogs look.
It would have been bully for
Right.
sure.
And-
Now I bring a dog I think is decent and it just looks like a regular motherfucker around here.
Yeah, and that wasn't because you said, "Oh, your dogs are pretty cool." You said, "No, you should probably just bury them all."
I did not say that.
It wasn't
I
quite
did
that
not
bad, but
say that.
that's what I took from it. You know.
Yeah, and that's an extreme example, you know, but sometimes you got to make those extreme changes to make improvements, you know. Sometimes,
But
like
you
he
gotta
said,
know what
Kennel
you
blind.
want. First of all,
Yeah.
know what you want.
having a vision, that's a big thing.
Know what you have. Know what you need.
I don't have money. I need money.
That's
So-
a problem.
Sell your last pick and yup.
Okay, so Maestro's open for $750 or $500 and a pup back. I hear that's the new deal, the new best deal going around. All the legends are open for $500 in second pick.
No, but you know, if things did get harsh and things did get, you know, a little more tied down,
Yeah, like Jim was saying,
would you not?
stop letting people make money for 3 generations. I mean, it's going to get tight.
So
and
people are
consistent
going to
in a
get caught in
hurry.
the crossfire.
No,
Your dogs just
see,
aren't
what
gonna
I,
make it.
what I just said is like what Jamie's doing right now. She doesn't have to sell dogs. Because she's, you know, she's creating a dog and, you know, she's breeding in that. To have a consistency in her, what she's creating. So, I mean, if we all breeders were like that, and basing all our breedings on the standard, then we're gonna see more consistent type of dogs.
Well, fuck, we got to get people that want to keep puppies around more than 8 weeks. I see people making picks at 2 weeks and
Hey,
selling
but-
every puppy in the litter after that.
That goes back to what I say, not having kennels, like not having a setup, not having land, that has affected
One of the
Oh,
reasons
yeah.
why I'm
the whole thing.
Right, and
You know?
she says it all the time, you know, it's as much as you think you're doing something with 2 dogs at home, showing them on the weekends, you really ain't doing shit. That's not to be a dickhead about it, but if you really want to make an impact, you need numbers to do that. You
Well-
have to breed, you have to keep, you have to raise, you have to, you know.
But then you get called a puppy miller or you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, people are gonna call you something no matter
See,
what you do.
it's the you know, two double-edged
Yeah,
swords.
because attitudes and
Yeah.
and ways of thinking have changed.
I get it all the time. You're a puppy miller and stuff like that, but you don't
Yeah.
understand. I keep minimum 1 dog out of every litter. I
Mm-hmm.
comb whatever it is that I need to comb. If I can hoard all of them and have all the space, I would do it.
I
would
got a
do
problem right now, my friend. I got a little bit of a
But the
space
thing is, you
problem
can't
right
keep
now.
everything. I try to keep as much as I can that I think that is good for my own program first.
Right.
And you know, and then you get called all this stuff, but you know, it's part. I guess it's part of the breed. It's part of envy and stuff like that. If you
But-
know, I don't know.
But
what
when
it
you
is.
can prove, you know, generations and and you kept and it grew up and
Hey, you come
it
to
produced
Kansas.
this one,
You ain't getting called a puppy mill in Kansas. You can do
it's
whatever
a
you want.
time thing.
Yeah,
Do whatever you want in Kansas.
Yeah. Yeah. Look at Tyler's setup. He got generations of dogs that he bred, and look how
Yeah.
clean they are. Look how well taken care of he had. We're sitting in his kennel. It's super quiet. It's super clean. I don't even smell a fucking dog in here. Maybe because I'm a dog person, I'm so used to it, but I don't even smell
Nah, he's
anything.
lying. He's lying. It
You
stinks
know?
bad in here. It's dark. There's shit everywhere. We
You
got
know?
video of it.
You know, it's middle of summer. It's probably like 70 degrees in here. It's really nice. So I mean, if you have
I feel like
something,
conditions
you know,
make a
yeah.
puppy mill, not numbers. Right?
Hey, has
Conditions.
anybody ever here been to like a large facility where there's like 400 dogs? I mean,
People
come on,
don't
let's
even
get realistic.
people don't even know that exists, Jamie.
Right, but
People
you know,
don't know that there's kennels out here with
Guess
300,
what they
400
have?
dogs running operations.
Yeah, they have kennel help. They have licenses.
Right.
They have random checks.
Right.
A lot of them you can eat off the floor.
Yeah.
That's true.
There was a place.
I mean, and I've seen 3 or 4 dogs kept in really bad conditions.
Yeah.
So it's just
If you have 3
because
breeding
people
pairs that
haven't
have
seen.
2 litters each every year that are kept in a fucking one pen, shit up to their elbows, you got 6 dogs and you're a puppy mill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you got, say you got 3 breeding pairs of Labradors, all 3 of those pairs have litters every single time that bitch comes in the heat. And they're kept in shit in a crate. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's conditions determine whether you're a puppy mill to me,
Right.
not the numbers you have.
Right.
The conditions your dogs are kept in. You know, the places your puppies get sold, you know?
Yeah, if you produce dogs and you produce the same quality every single time for the next 10 years, you're not really improving on anything. So I understand what people are saying, but if you're a breeder and you improve every generation that you can, there's a purpose on why you're breeding so much, you know, and
Right,
if you can
but-
take care of it.
But we're talking about
Yeah.
bully, like
Yeah.
we're talking as American bully people.
Right.
Probably the majority of people listening to this are also bull breed people.
Right.
But a lot of people that come from border collies or Labradors or whatever, to them, or even a lot of American bully people, having a male and a female and having a litter in your closet, that makes you a breeder. You're a breeder now. You know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying? You are a pet owner who happen to have a litter of puppies.
You've bred dogs.
You have,
You are not a breeder.
but I'm saying like, you know, even like AKC show, a lot of these show people that are owner handlers or whatever, they bought a dog, they have one dog and now they're showing their dog, you know what I'm saying? That's not a breeder. There's nothing wrong with that. We need more people to step into that role and say, I'm not a fucking breeder. I don't want to be a breeder. I just want you to build me a dog I can go beat everybody's ass with. I have no problem. We'll do it. We'll find you. We'll get you a dog. But we have everybody that buys an American Bully is now a breeder. Every American Bully that gets sold with intact is now a brood animal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, back to Jamie's thing about being harsh. Man, you try to be harsh to some of these people and you get labeled an asshole, or you
Hater.
get labeled, you know,
Fucking
and then you
hater.
get threats, and sometimes it's not even worth
Fucking
it.
hater, man.
I'll be harder on Tyler since I know him personally, or Jim or Sam, than I would be, let's say, somebody I just met at a show. If they ask me about their dog, like, yeah, that's a nice dog. It's cool. You know, it's like, but
So let's say if you were breaking down Tyler's dogs, you would be harsher than say if you were breaking down a guy named Terrell's dogs.
yeah, I wouldn't.
Like,
Exactly my point earlier in the show.
he shut up. He wouldn't even say anything. No, but I understand what you're saying because if you say the wrong thing to the wrong person, you're a hater. It's not constructive, even if you are being constructive.
Right.
It's not constructive criticism. You're a hater, and you get that label or somebody. That's their instant defense mechanism. You're a hater. My shit's fine. You're a hater. Actually, no, sir. Your shit's shit. I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm just trying to be nice to you. I'm trying to help you out.
Everybody got soft all of a sudden.
Yeah, and
I
I
said-
suggest those people go maybe to some working events where it's pass or fail.
Yeah.
It's not an opinion. Your dog either does it doesn't. And
Yeah.
when it doesn't have a place here anymore.
It's in a bucket.
Yeah, a confirmation show. If your dog doesn't conform to whatever it is, you can still take that damn dog to a working like a you know, a bike work or whatever, or diving or weight pulling. They can do other stuff. It doesn't mean it's a shitty dog, you know.
Well, I think we've put the worth in different places, you know, like number one this and only one this.
Priorities though. Like you were talking
one.
about, we were having this conversation yesterday, or today, on the way up here. You have to have, when you're coming into something like this, you have to have priorities. You gotta figure out what your priority is gonna be with that dog when you get it. What is the priority? Jamie asked me if I were getting into a new breed, what's the first thing I would do? Like, how would I approach that? The first thing you gotta do is figure out what you want that breed for. Why am I getting a new breed? What's the purpose? Am I buying this breed to make money? Am I gonna be a breeder? Am I buying this breed to show dogs? Do I want a dog that's gonna go in the show ring and beat everyone's ass? Am I buying this breed just to have a family companion? Do I need another pet? Do I need another fucking mouth to feed? Or do I need to clean up another pile of shit? You know,
First we
like,
both said
what's the priority?
We'd read the breed standard. Then we looked at each other, we're like,
Yeah, you can't even start there.
we're not gonna read the breed standard first.
That's the thing. If you're buying a pet, what
Yeah.
the fuck do I need to read the breed standard for? If I'm buying a house pet, what the fuck do I care what the breed standard says?
Yeah, you don't really need to read a breed standard if you don't know what you're doing first with the dog.
Right.
Right.
And if you're just buying the dog to be in the show ring, you might want to have an understanding of the breed standard before you make a purchase.
Right, yeah.
You know? But until you figure that out, was the breed standard doesn't even come into your mind.
Right.
But that was literally the first reaction was,
Yeah.
I'm gonna read the standard and I'm gonna what am I gonna use that dog for? How do I know what the best purpose is? Maybe I want a dog to work and I'm looking to buy a Pekingese, but I want a working dog. And then I look at the Pekingese, well, they're not gonna work. I don't want that breed.
And listen, I've been guilty of this. This is what I argue with my dad about all the time. How long is it until you realize form follows function? How many times did you want the bulliest dog to do all the crazy stuff? I did. I did a lot of times. It took me a long time
To realize there are limits to how
Yes.
much bully and how much
Yes.
it can do.
Well, we talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
To get something, you have to give up something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. a
To
lot of
get
people
the
don't wanna do
bully, you're gonna have to give up something.
that. You're gonna have to give up something. There's no way you can get. Like people say there's no perfect dog. So for you to do something, you have to give this up, and somewhere in the middle, this is the way you want, and that's what it is.
Well, look at dogs winning working events. Probably not going to do very well.
Nobody
in
will ever choose me to
confirmation.
win foot races. Okay? I'll never pick. Same thing in dogs.
No, I'm on that same team, James.
Yeah.
Nobody's picking me for a sprinter, I promise.
That's
Yeah.
what we have now in the community. You have the community that says you don't have to give up structure to get bully, and the other side it's like you know. The other side argues that you have to give up something to get more mass in.
But what, you have to look at. You have to start. We all have to start in a center point. We all have to start in a center line, right? This is an American bully.
Right.
Anything too far this way is not. Anything too far this way is not.
Right.
If you're in this window, you don't have to give up a lot to get more bully.
Right.
If you're looking at it from a terrier standpoint, yeah, you're going to have to give up a lot of athleticism to get that bully. But if you are looking at American bullies for what they are and what they're supposed to be, you can get where you need to be without giving up much. Because people have it in their mind that, you know, you have a dog and it's supposed to do the things that dogs do. Dogs run, they're outside for hours, you know what I mean? They will go for a 2-mile walk and they'll be fine. If you want a bully dog, a real bully dog, you might as well take 2-mile walks off your fucking list of to-dos. You know what I mean? There's probably going to be some dogs that can go on a 2-mile jog and be fine. For me, probably not bully enough.
Do you remember a long time ago when I did the 12 miles with Moby in Chicago? Do you remember that?
Oh yeah, B caps.
Long time ago for AD. It was a Ray's show, I believe.
Yeah. I think the first time I saw Shorty Bull was you showed up with Trey at Indiana barbecue,
Oh my gosh, that was, yeah.
Yeah, I think that was,
At
yeah, I know that was
Crown
over
Point.
10 years ago, yeah.
It was 1984.
Magic was like, Magic was like 6 months old.
So, yeah, so I know Craig from showing pit bulls in
Yeah.
UKC, so we used to show dogs together.
Yeah,
So he showed up, and I don't see him in bully shows. Yeah, it was a barbecue, and he showed up, so I was like, oh, I see my UKC friend out here. And, you know, he was with Jamie, and I said, they look like little French bulldogs with no ears. So I didn't know what they were. I've never heard of shorty bulls before, so.
yeah.
Who was it?
It was Magic and Hef.
Magic and Hef.
And they were babies.
And Hef ended up becoming the face of the breed for a minute.
Yeah, so then after that.
When
it
I
was after
when I
that,
discovered
Moby
shorty
came,
bulls, it was Hef.
And we trained forever for this race, and we did the 12 miles, and it was, I mean, it was huge. Nobody ever cared about it.
Okay.
Ever.
Serious question.
Nobody ever was gonna do that.
Dead serious right now.
Yeah, that was silly.
The dog that did that,
Yeah.
is that dog bully enough for what you want as a shorty bull, ideal shorty bull? Is that dog enough? Does he carry enough substance? Does he have the right proportions? If you brought that dog today, would he be something you consider close to ideal?
He would be like super clean. He's still alive.
Right,
Clean.
right.
Super clean dog.
That dog could go in the ring right now, is what I'm saying, in the confirmation ring and compete with these dogs. Is he enough dog to do
Don't
that?
ask me that question.
I feel like
Don't
that's
ask me that question.
that's
Hell
a
yes,
good
he
ex-
could go and he could champ out if you want my real answer. That's why
I seen him
don't
when he-
ask me.
I seen
no,
him-
he's very clean.
Well, 18 months, 2
You
years
know?
ago probably, I seen him. He was like 7 years old, Moby, or
Yeah,
7 or
yeah.
8. To me, that's not enough to compete with a dog
No.
like Bronco
No,
or Goldberg.
it's not. It's not. But he was capable of those things. But I'm in the wrong audience for those things.
Right.
Nobody-
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and this is the wrong audience. So.
And if you
know,
took
that's
a dog
another
that
important
was
thing.
bully enough to compete now, a Bronco, could he ever do that 12-mile B-cap excellent?
Well, I don't know.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'll bet the
But-
farm, no.
Yeah.
I'll bet the farm that dog. It's just, he's too much dog on
It's
that
too
frame to do a
bully.
12-mile fucking
Right.
bite,
Yeah.
work, run, jump.
Yeah.
Like he's too bully.
And so I was coming from.
Not nothing against
Working
Bronco. I
stuff.
like Bronco. I'm just saying, that dog ain't doing 12 miles. I'm just saying.
Well, a lot of ours aren't doing that. anymore.
Right. In fact, I have one in
They're
my
not.
house right now. It's not doing 2 miles.
But who
Promise.
wants to do that? That's what I'm saying. So.
That's not what we got in the breed for. If you want, if it
That
wanted
is
for
my
it,
whole
like,
point.
Right,
That is
exactly.
my whole point. If you
Yeah.
want a dog to do 12 miles,
Yeah.
you can find a dog to do
I'm
it.
getting a whip it.
But that's what I'm
Well,
saying. It's
12
not this
miles,
breed.
that's it.
But
That's
as
not
we
the breed
learn
for
as
you.
we
It's
go,
different. You know, you got to go
you know,
somewhere else.
We're all learning as we go. I thought that was super impressive, you know? This little bitty dog.
It's crazy.
Blah, blah, blah.
It's crazy because,
Yeah, but,
you know, compared to the shepherds that were there, he was running twice as far.
yeah. it
Same
was-
actual
it was
distance,
really
but his
cool.
legs were actually moving twice as much to get that same distance.
Yeah, but, you know.
So the
you have to
energy
know your
output was
audience,
probably
too.
more.
You have to
His
make it
energy output was
realistic.
probably like,
Those kind of dogs, nobody wants those here, you know?
you heard it first, folks. Nobody wants that bullshit. I'm just playing. No,
Thanks,
I seen Moby. He's a nice
Yeah,
dog.
he's a beautiful dog.
Beautiful
I've
dog.
bred to him, love him.
But as far as,
All that
you know,
jazz.
head size, proportion wise, is not what the breed is looking like right now. That was my whole point. So to get,
And this is kind of going off a little bit, but not really. That's exactly why my standard that's accused of being vague was written that way. Okay, so we could progress, as you say.
right. Yeah, because it's hard, how can you say,
But here, as far as the standard, okay, like, your written standards really is a description of a breed. It's not a checklist, you know? A lot of people look at the breed standard as a checklist for faults.
Yes.
Disqualification, it's not. So.
dropping bombs?
It's,
Uh-huh.
so
Motherfuckers
when-
dropping
like,
bombs
when
right
I'm
now.
doing-
Shit all over our
when I'm
face.
evaluating a dog, you know, I'm not counting faults.
You
It's
shouldn't
not-
be counting faults.
Yeah, so I'm not comparing, oh, this dog had more faults than the other dog.
Right.
So it shouldn't be like
Right.
that. You know, it's a written description of the breed and.
Yeah, they actually have a term for that, fault, it's called fault judging.
Yeah, so, you know, you evaluate a dog, you know, the dog that's closest to the standard. You might not even like the dog. You know, I see a lot of dogs that, from my photography point, I would take the other dog over the other dog because I could highlight more stuff in that dog in pictures. But when I'm evaluating the dog, I might choose the other dog that's, you know, closer to the standard. And so I was talking to Khanh a few weeks ago, actually a week ago, and I was explaining to him, it's like,
Whatever fight that was.
if I was to judge a Toyota Corolla show, okay, give me 12 Toyota Corollas, and I'm gonna pick the Toyota Corolla that's closest to the factory, you know, that just came out of
That's
the
the
factory.
specification.
Yeah.
Right.
This is factory standard.
Right.
So okay, you give me 10 Toyota Corollas. One is a ding, one is they changed the lights, one, you know. So you're gonna choose the one that's closest to the factory standard when you just came out of the factory. You know, that's basically what it means when you're evaluating a dog. You're choosing the dog that's closest, you know, description to the standard. So it might not be, you know, the flashiest
It not be the
car.
flashes hooked up
Yeah.
Toyota,
Yeah.
but is the Toyota that's from factory, that's what it's called for, and that's what you're judging for.
Yeah.
But in your mind, you like that damn
Yeah.
Toyota that's hooked up with a 25-inch wheels with the freaking, you know, lights is freaking flashing, you know.
Okay, here's-
you want to drive out that, but you
Okay.
gotta pick this out because that's
Here's
what it's
here's
called.
one thing that I've been suggesting
I
for
feel
years.
like, no, I don't feel like that's
Okay,
true.
no,
I feel
here's-
like Khan's gonna pick the lowest one with the smallest rims and the brightest neons underneath it.
Here's
You know, I can see your car already,
okay, here's
bro.
a suggestion I've been throwing around for years at hosts. And I know Ernest, I told Ernest this and he told me not to tell anybody. I'll tell them anyway. Okay?
Oh, it's on the podcast now, or
Well,
there's about 8 people's gonna hear
Okay,
it.
I
So.
see.
Yeah, look him up, Ernest Johnson.
when we used to go to game dog shows. So right before the game dog show starts, the confirmation, the formal show, there's this class called the Judge's Choice, where anybody can join, a puppy or adult can join, and the judge is gonna choose a dog that he wants, that likes preference, and not based on the standard.
Bro, that's gonna cause a shitstorm for us.
Okay? So, I mean,
That's gonna cause
if
a
I
shit
choose,
storm.
let's say, out here, I choose Maestro, of all these dogs out here, I choose Maestro.
that!
For sure. No, for sure. You
Let's
heard him
say-
say it.
it's an
You
example.
motherfuckers heard him
Grim,
say
grim
it.
all day.
For breeder's choice, that's my preference. But when the formal show starts, I'm gonna choose Axel, because Axel's the closest to the standard. So how can you
Bullshit.
say that
It's
I'm
fucking
biased?
bullshit, man. I don't
Ash,
even
you
want
don't
your
win
shit
it.
now.
And
How
the
can you
shorty
say
will
I'm
take
biased
Weston's
to personal preference when I'm judging shows? Okay?
No, we go through
Right.
the same thing as
Yeah.
as a breeder and a judge. I go through the same fucking thing, except I have to separate every single time I step in.
But I think that's gonna
That's
stop.
not. I'm not looking for a breeding. I'm not looking for a piece of my program right now. I'm looking for the best dog. And sometimes, like, I feel like it's hard for people to separate because people go in the ring thinking, "Oh man, that dog's awesome. I would love to breed to that dog. That's the winner."
Right, but as far as people watching from the outside, they're gonna see the judge isn't biased. Because what he's judging based on the standard, he's choosing a dog based on the standard. But
Yeah,
what
until
he's,
we get these fucks that pick the same dog.
what do you mean?
Until we get not even it wouldn't even be on the maybe not even on the person's
No, because
fault.
I think
maybe
a lot,
not even
a lot of
a
it.
negative thing against them, but say I bring Maestro in the ring, right? That's your favorite dog, and he is the best dog in the ring.
If he's the best dog on the ring based on the standard, I'm gonna choose him based on.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So now you've just picked him as your preference and just picked him as your win in the show.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
It's gonna
sometimes you do have preference. Yeah.
It's gonna
That's
happen,
gonna,
but
that's gonna make people lose their fucking mind. Where you guys live? What world are we in right now? That's
Yeah.
gonna make people lose their mind.
So let's say if Jamie was to choose from a shorty bull class, and she wants to go home with a dog like Skids, but when she's judging the show, she puts Bronco up, because based on the standard. But it doesn't mean Skids is off the standard. He's still within the breed type and the standard, because given that all the dogs in the show ring have breed type, that
maybe Bronco's just
so
a
there's
better dog
just
than
a
Skids
little
at the time.
personal preference.
Yeah.
She wouldn't pick that way for sure. I've seen that
No,
actually
it's
go
just an
down in the
example.
front yard, and that's not the way she picked at all.
It's just an example. where-
We don't want to talk about that on any podcast ever again. Ever.
So I mean,
Oh my.
it's just gonna stop the outside view of saying the judge doesn't know what he's doing and just choosing dogs whatever he likes based on his breeding program.
It
or
could stop.
his bias. Like, you
But
know.
then it also could add fuel to the fire if, you know, if Rocco's in the building and 3 judges pick him as their preference, and then 3 judges turn around and pick him as the best in show. That's gonna send people through the fucking roof. That's gonna add fuel to the preference fire. So it would work if the dogs aren't the same dog. It's gonna show people, but then
Well, it just
might
gets
add
to show
fuel
that the
also.
judge preference is the breed standard. You know, and just
I like to think my preference is the breed standard.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers don't feel like that. I get a lot of questions about that. Oh, I know who you're gonna pick. It's your kind of dog, bro. That's good to know.
That's
But you see what I'm saying? Like people automatically associate that what judges are picking is what they prefer.
I think it's easier for Jim because Jim really like don't have like a you know, he doesn't breed a lot of American bullies, so you know he takes a lot of pictures, so he sees different styles, so it's easier for him to, you know, not be biased towards one look or biased towards the other because he sees a lot of
It's
different,
tough, man.
you know.
That's a tough thing to do to separate that shit
It's
is something a lot of people
when you
can't
breed
do.
for something that you want and you look for, you see it in the ring, your eye's gonna see it right away.
Right.
Your eye's gonna see it right away, and you're gonna like it. But it's you as a judge, if you're hired for it, you're gonna have to swallow that pride or swallow whatever your eyes is.
But it's not even
big,
that.
you know.
It's easy to say sitting
Yeah.
here that you have to do that.
Yeah.
But when you're
It's hard.
doing it,
I understand. It's
to be
hard.
conscious and to be present
Yeah.
and to say, all right, listen, I love that fucking dog, but this is the better dog. I've been in that position a lot of times.
Yeah.
It sucks and it's hard. You have to be conscious in the moment. You have to say in the moment, you know, this is the best dog, but that I like this dog, but that's the best dog. It's hard. It's tough to do.
That's why I feel we need some readers' education. We need some judges, you know.
This is the
your
breeder's
work
education right here.
is-
Bull-NA-ChinaShop
yeah.
podcast. This is the only
Yeah, we
education
need
these
this.
people are getting.
real because
We need
really
this.
the only education is really by understanding the the history of the breed and being out there every
Yeah.
chance you get. You can't be sitting behind a computer, go to a show once every 2 years, and
Yeah.
call out every judge.
Man, I can tell you it's a big
Cons
difference
down.
from
How
internet
many
and then going
dogs
to see the
do
dog.
you see every
Yeah.
weekend you're judging?
True.
I put my hands on, what, 200 dogs every week. And I still learn something new every single weekend I do that.
For sure.
And I go back home and turn on Facebook and I see a guy who's been to one show in 2 years who knows way more than me. So what that's why I don't even I've been staying away from Facebook for a little bit as far as reading comments and stuff like that because it really doesn't matter anymore. Because I mean, you could go on Facebook and debate, but you're not out there. It's and if I'm gonna argue, it's really based on experience and seeing what's out there. And that's
I feel like you're
what
not
you
just
can
going to
do.
randomly argue with somebody anyway.
No.
You imagine that? No, listen, bro. Shut that down. I don't feel like that's ever going to happen.
Klein will tell you straight up. Don't argue with him.
Don't argue with what?
With me.
Hell no, I wouldn't argue with Jim.
Do you ever give Con advice about dealing with these
Oh, yeah.
people on Facebook?
I do.
All the time, I don't
A few
listen.
years ago, I told him.
But he does give me a lot of advice.
Okay, a few years ago,
Here's my thing.
I had
These
to
people
drag
don't
you to
deserve to
shows.
be responded to, bro. You
Yeah.
respond to some of these comments, and I'm just like, why the fuck does he even read that? And I'm sure he's at home having a giggle. You know what I mean? And if that's the case, then that's fine, because sometimes I fuck with people too. Like, I'll get on Debatable and just make a couple of, oh yeah, this is really gonna throw people off, but a lot of times these people are super invested in that. Like, when people are arguing with you, they're super invested in that argument. You know what I mean? Because Khan responded. So they're like super invested in that argument, And then Jim's like the polar opposite.
Jim sees everything.
Barely responds to anything. Sees every bit of it. Barely responds to anything.
Like our chat, never respond to one.
But you know what?
You get a random thumbs
Why
up.
would you? If you didn't breed a whole bunch, I love that.
And you know, I
wish I could pull myself away more than I do already, you know? 'Cause that's what I'm.
Debatable. You won't even see it. I don't even know. You guys talk about arguments all the time. I have no idea.
Bro,
what you're
when
talking
it's
about.
raining
I'm
at
gonna
my
add
house, when it's raining at the house though and I ain't got shit to do, debatable will kill 3 hours real fast.
Yeah.
Super fast.
So time out. Oh, no. You can't find something to do in 3 hours that's more productive.
Now, I
than
didn't
read
say
debatable?
that. I didn't say that. I'm just saying if I feel like not doing shit.
Okay, I'm just clearing the air here.
I mean, see right now. Okay, we drove. How many hours did you drive to get here?
6.
We drove a couple hours to get here just to, see the dogs. We're blessed to see some nice dogs right now.
I can't wait to see Maestro.
You can sit down in front of a computer and break down a dog, and we're out here enjoying some nice dogs.
Yeah,
I was actually.
that's a big difference.
And you had tacos.
I was actually a little hesitant about bringing those two up. I don't know. I don't know why I get so weirded out about people seeing my shit. People don't deserve this shit, man. And I get like, there's people that have used my shit. Thank God for people like Ernest, who actually does good business and actually does shit the way they're supposed to do it. But I've had people use my shit and oversell everything, even if it's low quality. And I'm saying this about my own fucking dog. They're selling like stuff that I would give away for a lot of money. That reflects on him, every bit of it. All those puppies that get sold, they're gonna turn into adults. Every bit of that's gonna reflect on him.
That's why.
These motherfuckers don't deserve to even see him, man.
We talked about that before. That's why we're so selective with Axel. Who Axel gets bred.
Yeah, people just, it drives me crazy to see how people approach you one way and then do exact opposite shit the other way and then get mad when I call them out on the shit.
Right.
Like, what do you mean? You're surprised right now? You sold everything that you just had a litter off of my dog under the guise that you're trying to improve your stock. Then you just sold everything, overpriced everything, and then sold dogs that I would have kept and gave away to somebody. Like that, I can't do that shit. And people are like, why are you closing Maestro? I don't like anybody right now, and no one deserves to use them. Like, that's the bottom line. I'm not trying to be a dick, but the people who have it right now, will capitalize on that shit, we'll make it grow. But nobody new's getting that shit. No, I'm dead serious. Nobody new's getting that shit.
I think I told you that was going to happen.
They don't deserve. It drives me crazy, man. And the thing is, like with Jackpot, I didn't really get that because I was so selective. I only let 3 people ever use him. You know, I think I sold 1 frozen straw also, but I didn't see that. Like, I didn't have to deal with that. But now, like him being out there and me letting more people use him, and I'm seeing the shit that's going on, I can't fucking do it, man. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna end up driving to somebody's house. And I'm trying to stay away from that shit myself too. Like, I don't want to be angry with somebody. Like, I just much rather pull him out of the whole equation. We'll have a bunch of litters at my house. That's the only time we'll get bred. I don't give a fuck. Shit drives me nuts, man. Anyway, it's been 2 hours.
Does it?
Damn.
Yeah, I
That's
got
2 hours.
I got 6% battery, so we got to wrap this bitch up.
I am so tired right now.
So listen, thanks Jim for being on the podcast for the first time. Toy Soldier.
I've been on your
I've been
podcast
trying to
before.
get this motherfucker to do a solo episode for months, people. I want to pick his brain about photography. 'Cause I've got people that listen to the show that ask me about photography, and I'm like, I don't know a fucking thing about photography. You know what I mean? So I want to get him on to talk a little bit about photography in the future. Thanks, Con, for being back. This is the 3rd time. Oh, you don't even know? He don't even know how many times he's been on my fucking show. I think this is the 3rd time. Jamie, obviously, she's a regular around this motherfucker. Thanks, Sam. Appreciate you. Tyler, this is, I think, the 3rd time you've been on also. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate Taco Tuesday, bro. Thanks for letting me come up.
You bet.
Thanks for getting pictures of my shit, too. Oh, you guys wait until these new Toy Soldier joints come out of Maestro. I don't even know if he took pictures
I
of
charge
this.
handling fees.
Oh, I finally got Con to stack my dog up, too. So Maestro actually looks like a normal dog instead of a little dwarf next to me. I hate even holding puppies up. You know? Like, they just look terrible. Anyway, no ads or nothing this week. I'll see you motherfuckers next week. Thanks for listening. I love your faces.